Malaysian Navy is the prime maritime component of the armed forces and has always been a bulwark against wide-ranging security challenges to Malaysian maritime interests. The vast body of water around the country, which makes up the exclusive economic zone, demands the Navy to be a formidable force in protecting the security and sovereignty of the nation. As such, the RMN has taken a giant step forward by introducing submarines into its fleet, which are widely regarded as the greatest invention in naval history. The RMN Submarine Force is further organized into two main units, the Submarine Training Center and the 1st Submarine Squadron. The main role of the RMN Submarine Force is to strategically contribute to national security, the continuum of peace, crisis and war. The RMN Submarine Force vision and mission have been streamlined towards supporting the RMN into a world-class naval force. The RMN Submarine Force vision is to become a credible submarine force. The RMN Submarine Force mission is always ready to protect Malaysian waters and maritime interests. As such, the RMN Submarine Force is poised to maintain its submarines at the highest state of readiness through various training programs and exercises such as Operational Sea Training Submarine versus Submarine Exercises, Submarine Familiarization Exercise within the RMN fleet, and interaction with the friendly submarine operating navies. The RMN Submarine Force is always committed towards conforming to RMN's vision to be a world-class Navy by instilling the culture of constantly innovating. By continuing to benchmark against the best international standards, the RMN Submarine Force has set an example for the whole RMN fleet as well as the local armed forces organizations. In recruiting and developing human capital in the submarine force, the RMN Submarine Force upholds the RMN core values of honor, loyalty, courage and pride. The RMN Submarine Force is steadfast in ensuring the submarine fleet delivers what is expected and entrusted upon it with fervor and zeal, reflected by the highest state of readiness and highly skilled and motivated men and women serving the organization. While pushing the limits of both assets and human capital, safe remains the key word in all conduct of all RMN submarine operations. Similarly, being stealth is what our submarines endeavored to be in order to achieve success in all our tasks and duties. As the nation's strategic asset and force multiplier to the RMN fleet, the RMN Submarine Force seeks to establish not just a reputable force, but also a fearsome foe by staying true to its motto, safe, stealth,
Port, some 1,300 kilometers south of Cape Hanoi. Vietnamese commander says the submarines will mark a new era in the Navy and the Vietnam People's Army. The submarines named after two Vietnamese submarines out of 656 submarines in the Air. 636 submarines have over 3,000 tons arrived in Cam Ranh Port, southern Vietnam's Thanh Hóa province Friday morning and is expected to be officially received by the Vietnamese Navy on Monday. It will join the Navy's 5 other Kilo-class submarines, which are newly manufactured models, nicknamed the Black Hole by the U.S. Navy, to their advanced stealth capabilities, with a maximum for potential war against China.
South Korea is said to become a part of an exclusive club with very few members, nations that export submarines. Quite a rapid transition considering Seoul first received the technology to build such vessels just 3 decades ago. Cho Sung-min dissects the significance of this major event.
A Korean-built submarine moves out to sea. Next stop, Indonesia. The submarine named Agapisa is ready for a handover to Indonesia's Ministry of Defense at a shipyard in Aceh, the city in province. Agapisa can travel for 18,000 kilometers round trip between Korea and Los Angeles without making any stop at a port, and is also equipped with 8 offensive torpedo tubes along with other cutting-edge weapons. Indonesian Defense Minister Ramazan Hikar said he is pleased with the submarine.
I am expecting that this 1,400-ton submarine will act as a key strategic weapon for our maritime security in Indonesia.
As Teo Shipbuilding and Engineering delivers the submarine to Indonesia, it marks the first submarine export by Teo took on a $1.1 billion contract in 2011 to provide Indonesia with 3 submarines, the other 2 of which are currently under construction.
We believe that we can guarantee the cost of the technology we have invested in. We hope that our technology can contribute to the Korean Navy, as well as continuing our partnership with the Indonesian Navy.
The handover of the vessel is regarded as a Korean success in commercializing the technology, which was first conceived in Germany in 1988. In the space of just 30 years, Korea has developed a submarine industry to the extent that it is now a submarine exporting nation. With the sale of these 3 vessels, Korea joins an elite group of submarine exporting countries including the UK, France, Russia, and Germany. Cho Sung-min, Arirang News.
Taiwan has kicked off the production of domestically made submarines. President Tsai Ing-wen was joined by top defense officials at the launch ceremony in Kaohsiung on
Here in May, 1.5 years later, the plant is finished. Today, President Tsai is here at CSBC Corporation to preside over a ceremony to launch submarine production.
Taiwan's indigenous submarine program kicked off at the end of 2016. 3 stages have been completed: plant construction, trial production, and securing contracts for primary and secondary equipment. President Tsai announced the start of sub-construction on Tuesday, wearing a submarine mask befitting the occasion.
Peace depends on national defense. A strong national defense requires not only a courageous military, but also robust military equipment. Over the past few years, we've seen the accelerated mass production of project-class corvettes and the maiden flight of a Brave Eagle indigenous advanced jet trainer. Today, we're starting construction on indigenous defense submarines. These all go to show the people of Taiwan that we're becoming stronger day by day in our quest for centralized defense.
The program's first submarine is slated to start sea trials in 2025. Reports previously claimed that the U.S. had yet to issue export permits for 2 key components: an integrated combat system and a digital sonar system. Taiwan's Navy rejected the reports in a statement on Sunday, saying a deal was finalized and approved, and that construction would begin on schedule.
To this day, there are still people who doubt that Taiwan can succeed in building its own submarines. I know that since the project is sensitive with information that can't be publicized, we encounter the challenge of disinformation. But today, work is starting on the submarine. That is proof of the real progress we made and the beginning of the end for those rumors.
Tsai said that despite the hurdles, her team pressed ahead with the program, showing the world Taiwan's determination to defend its sovereignty.
Challenge we have to face in the West Philippine Sea, in the Pacific Ocean, in that part of the world. Many countries credible submarine, very well adapted to the ocean concept, and you need a submarine which is acoustic superior, with enough firepower, assets, intelligent covering, and you need also robust submarine to have submarine at sea alongside its natural capacity. The second point is manpower, and it's one of the most difficult pillar to build. You need well-trained and qualified crews, including commanding officers.
The CUDA program was launched by the DGA back in 1998. The first steel cut took place in 2007 and the launch event in July last year. Sea trials started in April this year. Delivery of the 6 submarines will take place over the coming decade, and the French submarine forces will be sailing aboard the new Suffren class until the 2060s. Official commissioning of the first-in-class submarine and its admission into active duty is set for 2021. The second submarine of the class, the Duguay-Trouin, is now expected to be delivered in 2022. Sea trials of Suffren took just 6 months and went smoothly. The crew checked the capabilities of the submarine and its compliance with the specifications. An Exocet SM-39 anti-ship missile was test-fired in September, while the new naval cruise missile was fired from the submarine in October, marking a first for the French Navy. The Suffren has a displacement of 5,300 tons while dived. It has a length of 99.5 meters, can reach a maximum depth in excess of 350 meters, and has a crew of 65 sailors. According to submarine expert and Naval News regular contributor H.I. Sutton, the new submarine will offer a massive capability leap over the current Ruby-class boats. Among the improvements, the Suffren class will be armed with a wider spectrum of weapons. The latest F-21 heavyweight torpedoes will provide the core anti-submarine and anti-ship punch. This electric-powered weapon can use rechargeable lithium-ion batteries for training shots and one-time aluminum silver oxide batteries for warshots. With a speed of over 50 knots, it can reach targets over 27 nautical miles away. The other new weapon carried is the Naval Cruise Missile by MBDA. This equivalent of the Tomahawk land attack cruise missile will provide the Suffren class with a first-night strategic strike capability. This will reach deep inside enemy territory, a capability few other navies will have. The weapons loadout can be rounded out with the FG-29 mine and Exocet SM-39 anti-ship missile. Both of these are already carried by Marine Nationale submarines. In the future, torpedo-sized UUVs may also be carried. Naval Group's new D-19 type might be ideally suited. These can carry out a wide range of missions including ISR, electronic warfare, anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, and mine warfare. It is not only the broad array of weapons that will set these boats apart. The ultra-modern sensor masts by Safran Electronics and Defense are another key modernization. They are all non-penetrating, which means that they do not go inside the pressure hull. The control room is much larger than on older submarines. The captain is seated against the back wall, affording him or her an excellent view of the 10 multifunction consoles. The center of the room, where the periscope wells used to be, is now dominated by a touchscreen tactical table. And the operations room is there, integral to the command center. Among the missions which can be run from the operations room are the landing of special forces. Marine Nationale has a strong tradition of naval special forces and pioneered many aspects of these operations. For example, detachable hangars for swimmer delivery vehicles or SDVs. Because of all these improvements, the new Suffren submarine will be a game changer for the French Navy.